104 outside. I'm standing in a living room that's sitting at 92, and the fella in front of me just agreed to a $2,000 repair without asking me one single question. Here's the thing. 6 months back, that same man made me stand on his porch and walk him through a $19 filter for 20 minutes. Same house, same guy, just a different number on the thermostat. And this July version of him would have signed anything I put in front of him. That bugged me for years. I finally figured out why, and it isn't about money, and it isn't about trust. It's about heat and what it does to a brain. This has figured something out. I'm Dave Hartzell. I fix air conditioners over in Kingfisher, and today I'm working through the reason a hot house turns a careful person into somebody who can't think past the next 5 minutes. I've run enough summer calls to know the July customer is not the same customer I get in February. February, the furnace is acting up, the house is down around 65, and we have a regular conversation. They're cold and they're annoyed, but they can still think. They ask me about options. They compare a repair to a replacement. They tell me they want to sleep on it. That's a person operating with the lights on. July, the AC's dead, the house is 92, the kids are cranky, and the dog's laying on the tile in front of the bathroom vent. That conversation goes sideways in a hurry. They don't want three options. They want it fixed, and they want it fixed before I finish the sentence explaining it. They'll say yes to the first thing I offer just to make the decision stop. I used to file that under stress. It's deeper than stress. It's the body overriding the brain. Turns out the science on heat and thinking is not subtle. When your core temperature climbs, even a little, your thinking slows down. Researchers put people in warm rooms and measure their reaction time, their memory, their judgment, and the numbers drop. And I'm not talking heat stroke. I'm talking a house at 88 instead of 72. The reason is pretty simple once somebody explains it. Your body's number one job is keeping you from cooking. So when it gets hot, it pulls resources toward cooling you down and away from everything else. Complicated thinking is one of the first things to get starved. You've got less brain to work with because a big piece of it is busy fighting the heat. There's a second piece to it too. When you're truly uncomfortable, your attention shrinks down to a pinhole aimed at one thing. Make this stop. The long view disappears. You quit weighing what a decision is worth next year, and you start chasing relief right now. That's not the person being dumb. That's a brain doing exactly what it's built to do. The trouble is, a check you write in that state usually isn't the check you'd have written in a cool room. I watch this happen on almost every summer emergency, and it always looks the same. A customer in a hothouse grabs the first fix I offer and never asks what else there is. That's the pinhole. They're not shopping, they're drowning, and I'm the rope. I set them somewhere cooler if I can find it. The garage with a fan, a neighbor's kitchen, the truck with the AC blowing. Not to be nice, though it is nice. I do it because a person cools off for 10 minutes and their brain comes back online, and then they can actually make the call they'll be happy with in September. And I give them fewer choices, said Blaine. 2 options, not 5, because I know they've only got so much thinking left in the tank, and I'd rather the important part land than show off everything I know. None of that was strategy. I've been doing it for 20 years before I ever read a word about why it works. The research just handed me a name for a habit the job had already beaten into me. Heat isn't just weather sitting in the background of a service call. It's a hand on the scale. Same person, same broke air conditioner, same price out of my mouth, and you get a different answer depending on how hot the room is when I say it. So if you're ever the one in the 90-degree house staring down a big repair, do yourself a favor. Cool off before you sign. Go sit in the car with the AC running. Walk next door. Call your kid and talk it through. Not because you can't handle it, but because you earned the right to decide with your whole head, not the boiled down version. And if you fix these things for a living, remember the person in front of you isn't running at 100%. They're in a body that's picking survival over arithmetic. A little extra patience and a lot less noise isn't just good manners. It's meeting them where they actually are. Here's what I figured out. An Oklahoma summer is hard on equipment, sure, but it's harder on the people stuck inside the houses that equipment's supposed to be cooling. The AC quits, and the first thing to go is comfort. The second thing to go, the one nobody warned you about, is your judgment. Best thing I can do standing in that hot living room is stay easy when they can't. Keep it simple when they're fried, and move quick, because every minute in that heat is costing them more than sweat. I learned that the long way. The science just caught up to me. This has figured something out. I'm Dave Hartzell. Thanks for riding along. Call 405-375-4822 or book at hartzellsheetair.com.